Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the pipeline. Hold on, y'all had spilled some stuff on my hand. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming into the live. Y'all gotta excuse my voice. I had some stuff on my hand. 1 second. Some oil. It was real greasy. Okay, let me get my stuff. Welcome to the pipeline, everybody. Give me 1 second. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Um, Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Okay, hello. Welcome to the pipeline, everybody. If you in here, feel free to comment, talk back, text amongst each other, chat. Um, y'all, it's been a crazy weekend for me, but in a good way. It's been so much happening all over the weekend. Um, I might go all over the place. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been to sleep since Friday night. I haven't been to sleep since Friday night. You would think I'm on some kind of drugs or something. Absolutely not. Up working. Was so busy this weekend. So that's why I sound like this. I'm very exhausted, but I miss talking to y'all. Some stuff I do want to talk about. We got some great news Friday. We got some great news Friday in Boog the Bandit's case. Words cannot express. Words cannot express how excited I am and just how over enthused I am about it. Because when I did my last video, right, about talking about going back down slippery slopes and whatnot, y'all already know how I feel about my work. When I tell my stories and when I talk to y'all, I don't never want y'all to think it's ever being egotistic or ever being braggy. You know, I'm not a person that brag. I'm a person that live in my truth. And I have been through many experiences and have been connected to other people's experiences that I'm willing to put on the forefront so people can tap into the unknown. Because a lot of these stories do affect us in our everyday life, whether if it's on the TV, the social media world, celebrities, people have impacts upon the world, and sometimes their experiences you can learn from. So maybe you may not make them same mistakes, or you can go into similar paths depending on how much you respect the person, how much you look up to them. You may want to follow in another person's direction, but it's your journey. But other people's situations can inspire you to be great. So when I got the news Saturday about Mr. McIntyre, the third suspect, being captured. I don't know, y'all. Where did they find him at? Did he turn himself in? Did they hunt him down? Like, 'cause I already knew. Didn't I just say on my last video? Didn't I just do that video a few days ago? Let's keep it a buck. I just said Mr. McIntyre is spiraling out of control. Gotta be. He's 17. How many places could have went? Could it be possibly he got a hold to one of these videos or somebody got the word back? Because the only thing I said was, Mr. McIntyre, why? Why? What was the point in doing it all? So when I was about to, maybe it was meant for me not to walk down them slippery slopes again, because honestly, I didn't want to. But I couldn't understand and still don't understand certain parts of Boog the Bandit's tragedy. Um, some stuff I guess we had to wait till the trial comes, but it most definitely is a victory. It is a victory. Words can't express how much I couldn't wait for them to get Mr. McIntyre. I just can't understand how him being the youngest and he was able to maneuver under the radar the way that he was moving without being captured. With the way technology is on top of that. I mean, these people know everything we doing everywhere we go. We know it's cameras everywhere. Like, how was it so easy for him to just slide under the radar for so long? So that's what made me think like, and this is just my opinion. That's what made me think like a family member had to be hiding him out. Had to. And I don't even think he even left Columbus. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna get more into the because I want to know what happened. I want to know what happened. I want to know where did they find him at. And I also wanted to know, I want to know the whole event and how it took place. Was it daytime? Was it nighttime? Was he driving? Was he walking? Did they kick in the door to go get him? I want to find out all them details. But everything that I looked up, they really not going into details too much about nothing yet. But it did break that Mr. McIntyre, Mr. Sincere McIntyre, was the third suspect and he was apprehended Friday. I most definitely is celebrating after I take me a nap. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest because I can't even, y'all, as I sit up here and talk to y'all with me only not having so much sleep. So y'all stick with me because I could be kind of not all over the place, but I'm going to take a moment and grab my word so it makes sense. But I cannot express how much I am so happy for the Bruce family. Now, even though the young men being captured can't never bring Courtney back, of course not. But to know that justice was served. Now, could we possibly think other people could be involved? Yeah. But look how they rounded everybody up. So whatever is gonna come out is gonna come out. But I could at least feel, and I think the world could feel, the masses could feel like it's a victory. It's a victory because based off of the evidence that was presented in this case, we know that the three guys was involved. Only thing to me is the biggest mystery on who plan was it. I think that's the biggest part I would like to know. Who put the plan together? But we not gonna go back down that road. We're gonna keep it up in good spirits. It's a beautiful day. It's Sunday. I know everybody, I hope everybody had a good weekend. And with that being said, Friday was a beautiful day. Everything Friday to me that I experienced was like it was just like I think we entering like a if I could say this, it seemed like this weekend it was a lot of to me spiritual subliminal messages that was going on in the universe that I think a lot of people really didn't pay attention to far as on a bigger scale. And what I mean by that is I'm gonna go back to Friday. Let's stay on Friday. So we know about Justice for Boog. We know about, I don't know if y'all heard about the Travis Scott concert. I don't know if y'all caught when it is, but if y'all didn't, you can go to YouTube, you can Google it. Travis Scott had a concert called Astro World, right? So a lot of people, I don't know if y'all don't know what Astro World is, but the word Astro just holds so much weight by itself. So the concert is called Astro World, and party goers and fans so happened to just die and pass out and was trampled over. Some people believe it was some rituals going on. I seen that a lot in the industry with the last weekend with these rituals. Everybody keep talking about these rituals that was attached allegedly to the Travis Scott concert, where I believe 8 people lost their lives to trampling, and he proceeded to go on with the concert. I mean, if you see the images on YouTube, it was very, very graphic, very graphic. And it was scary. Like, and if you really pay attention to the stage, it was like shaped in a pyramid, right? Because we already know about the triangle and exactly what that symbolizes. And I don't really feel like going into detail about it, but we know what comes with the pyramid, right? And then if y'all pay attention, it was like flames. It was like, I think it was like flames all behind Travis Scott, and then it was like the pyramid was like on fire in the back, and then in the middle of it, to me, remind me of the CNI, just like the pyramid that's on the dollar bill, that's connected to rituals and to sacrifices. If y'all know what I mean, I really don't. My mind ain't really working, y'all. So y'all gotta stay with me, and I don't really feel like. I know I should and I want to for y'all. I honestly do. If you in here, hit the like button for me. Hit the like button for me if you in here. Speak, say what's happening. But we know what comes with that demonic energy. But to see the images on the internet the way it was all weekend, to me was a spirit. It should have been a spiritual awakening. I think really all 2021 should be a spiritual awakening for a lot of people. Um, it just seemed like it's just about spiritual warfare. I think so. From the politicians to the vaccine mandate, it's just a lot of different things that I feel like it just boiling down to you eventually gonna have to pick a side. And it's the same thing that's going on in the music industry. Look what just happened. And I said, like, that was just weird. Like, the whole Travis Scott concert was so weird, and it had so many demonic forces and demonic energy that was surrounding that concert and inside of that concert. It was crazy. You could go and see people, fans that was there that survived, of course, who said how they seen people turn blue, they seen people turn red, they just passed out. People was just fainting all over the place, just left and right. I mean, there was a lot of people who got injured. I don't even think they got into the whole logistic. I don't think they even touched the logistics of how many people was injured from being trampled or how many people fainted. They only telling us about the people who passed away. But if you go back and look at some of the interviews over the weekend from the party goers that was there and the footages that recorded, I mean, to me, it reminded you everything of a ritual. It most definitely did. I mean, some that the whole world was really looking at take place right in our eyes, right in front of us. A lot of this stuff happened right in front of our eyes, and we just seem to blow it off, keep on going like we don't know what's going on. We don't want to change our life purpose. We don't want to dig into our crafts. It seemed like a lot of people just would rather be crash dummies and just go with the agenda. So that was just something that I wanted to talk about today, was about the spiritual warfare, especially with it being a Sunday. Everything going good. Good news with Boog the Bandit. Then we got the Travis Scott ritual thing going on. That was just, I'm still blown off of all of that. And all this stuff is just happening right in front of us. These sacrifices, these murders, these cloning. Let's not forget, because y'all know it's Sunday. I'm on my preaching. I'm on my preaching thing today. I'm on this ghetto gospel. We already know about how population control. We know about the cloning centers. We look at everything that's going on around you. Eventually, it's gonna come to a point where you have to face your fears and tap into the unknown if you want a better outcome. If not, you just gonna be lined up with everybody else. Just everybody just following behind each other, or you gonna have to make a decision to stand out. I'm not gonna go with what them people doing. I'm gonna go over here. Even though it's gonna take me a longer time to catch up with them people that's over there, but let me stick with my gifts, my talents, my morals, my ethics, my humanity. Let me have gratitude for this thing called life, because those are the tools that is going to get us through this pandemic and more years to come. But if you steady following the agenda with letting social media play a part in your real life, people let social media really dictate their futures and what's going on in their real life. Like we talk about that dopamine, the dopamine. Social media is the effect and energy pull that social media has on us. Because I'm not into social media. I'm not. I love my blog and it's what I do. I love y'all. But far as Instagram, social media, Twitter, y'all know that ain't my thing. It's too demonic energy. And the gravitational pull that has on us. Salute. Thank you, Authentic. The gravitational pull that has on us, it kicks off the same dopamine effects that a cigarette would cause to the human body. The gravitational pull, that's low vibrational energy. So as we talk about the transference of energy, let's go back to the Travis Scott concert. Rituals and spiritual warfare and demonic energy is very, very real. Demonic energy is to me the most common thing it affects us is our frequency. It's in frequency. That is how the mind control goes. So here you go, like me. I'm trying to reprogram my thinking. I'm trying to reprogram the people thinking. I got to talk to the masses about my experiences and the things that I have experienced coming from in the industry, having industry pulls, losing everything, getting it back, and realizing everything about life is just smoke and mirrors. From politician to celebrity is all smoke and mirrors. These people live just as the same way we do. They got debt problems, personal problems, self-esteem problems. So why is it that we could put celebrities on the higher platforms like they're gods, but we can't put that same energy into ourselves and hold ourselves to a higher standard? Because if you don't do that, you're going to end up getting caught up in the pits. And that's what this is now, this demonic time and this frequency through numbers, this vibration. There's too many people on the low vibrational level. Look what Travis Scott just pulled in front of the whole world. Kept on doing a whole concert and everything. They picking up people off the floor, ambulance running in and out, EMS worker, and the show still go on. It was real life right in front of our face. So while we got that distraction going on, we got to talk about something epic, y'all. Shout out to the pipeline. If you in here, hit the like button for me if you in here. Let's go. So while we on it, history was broken to me this weekend. Shout out to Kanye West for the epic interview that was done on Drink Champ. Shout out to Nori. Shout out to Nori. Nori asked very, very good key questions, but Nori was kind of intimidated. I mean, who wouldn't be intimidated? Who wouldn't be intimidated by Kanye West? Did y'all hear him say $9 billion? $9 billion is what he's worth. Now, we always know how I talk about the Midwest. Shout out to the Shy. Y'all know how I'm coming. Shout out to the Shy. Kanye West, another star seed. Another star seed. Born and raised in the south side of Chicago. Born and raised. Regular like me, you, anybody listening to this. Only thing that separate Kanye West from the elites was he really is a natural born talent. He's a visionary. He's something like a genius. When you look at Kanye West, you can't even picture him on nobody type of time. The closest person you could put him to in a human form is Jay-Z. He's something like Aristotle or something. He on a whole different frequency and timeline. And look what the industry tried to paint him out. Coming from Chicago. Coming from nothing and turned it into an empire. $9 billion. What's so different that Kanye West did that we can't do ourselves? Confidence. Everything that it takes to attract success. Success on whatever level you call success on. Whatever you call success, it starts with self-esteem. That's the only way you're going to get it. It ain't got nothing to do with no money. Like I said, ain't got nothing to do with no material. Because the more you believe in yourself, the more you're going to believe in what you're capable of doing. And it all starts with self-esteem. And that's one thing that stops people. Fear is one thing that stops people from living in their truth, from tapping into the unknown. Self-esteem plays a big part with us not tapping into the unknown. If we get our self-esteem up and get our high vibrational level up, where we don't care about what nobody say, because there's a lot of people pleasers. Like I tell y'all all the time, just because your mama and daddy and them grew up working in factories, that don't mean you gotta work in factories. Just because your grandparents and fathers and them did that, that don't mean that's your purpose or your calling. It's a lot of people that's out here living other people's dreams. And you out here holding yourself back because you too busy worried about what such and such gonna think about you. You worried about, oh, if they gonna support me or not. It's millions of people all around the world that's gonna support you. Your family and friends don't always gotta be support you. There's so many other ways to get support. What I talk about all the time, the power of networking. Networking will provide so many opportunities. So many opportunities. But you cannot be afraid of your gifts and your talents and let fear kick in and never open up the other side of what you could possibly be capable of achieving. It's a lot of people out here that are really self-made millionaires, self-made billionaires, just like Kanye West came from the slums. Came from the slums. Do y'all remember when he filed bankruptcy a few years ago and had nothing? And then y'all hear Big Sean do the reply, like the clapback, like, oh, I was there when he went bankrupt. Look at how many people left Kanye. Even Jay-Z left him. He running laps around everybody now. So what he said in the interview, I don't have a house. Only thing I have is my daughter FaceTime and my backpack. I live in my backpack. I could travel the world and do what I want. He's a visionary. Nori had to provide security for Kanye West because Kanye don't trust nobody. He got some. If people think Kanye crazy, Kanye is not crazy at all. But what happened is them people try to have. I don't know if y'all are familiar with MK Ultra. It's a lot of celebrities that is under MK Ultra. It's a lot of elites that's under MK Ultra. Do some research into that. These people are being reprogrammed and are being cloned. And a lot of it has a lot to do with our DNA. From the time you was born, these people already know who you was going to become, what ancestral ties you had. It's all from our DNA. So certain things you do, you got to be able to me, break through the barrier. You got to get out the matrix. You got to get out the matrix of what society wants you to think. You got to get out the matrix of fear holding you back. We got to start getting in tune and aligned with our true purposes in life. All of us have gifts inside of us that can profit us. Profit us. But you got to be able to dig into your pot of gold. Like I talk to y'all all the time. The pot of gold is what's inside of you. When you break through the fears, when you break through the imperfections, cause you fat, cause you got bumps on your face, or you balding, or you this. Get out the whole imperfections of feeling not good enough and find something inside of you that makes you just as great as Kanye West, Beyonce, Jay-Z. It is possible. And only way you can obtain that is by reprogramming your thinking. Reprogramming your thinking will bring you investments. It will bring you colleagues. It will bring you business partners. It will bring you true love. But you got to transform your thinking, and you got to transform the way you view this thing called life. Because if you don't show gratitude for it, your karma will come back and bite you. I say it all the time. You got to show gratitude for this thing called life. You got to get out here and help people. You got to get out here and take care of your health. That's number one. Your brain is your machine. And if your health is declining, how can you possibly take care of somebody else or take care of your kids and your mama and them if you ain't even up to par? You need a tune up and an oil change. We got to start putting that love back inside of us. And that's exactly what Kanye West was talking about on the interview. Let's go back. I'm still on the interview. I ain't went nowhere. Y'all got to stick with me. Stick with me. What he said in this interview, and I'm going to play it for y'all. For y'all who missed it, I'm going to play y'all some clips. I know I ain't supposed to do this, but I'm about to play it.
Louis collab?
Yeah. You know what?
The Louis collab was first.
That's right. Yeah,
Right.
thank you for
I'm a fan. Yeah, if you don't know.
Yeah. The Louis collab was great. So I want to go back to certain things with the Louis thing.
Okay.
But so the CEO of Balenciaga picked me up. Now I came with.
The CEO of Balenciaga came and picked me up, and he also said, I believe it was two workers, or was it the owner? The owner of Balenciaga used to work for him at Yeezy. What Kanye is doing for the people, y'all, I think I'm glad we got Kanye back, because for a minute, I thought we lost him. The whole time, he was working on a game plan to take over the world. He about to take himself. Man, let me tell you how genius this is. Like, we don't even, is this even possible? Kanye West is about to make himself public. Where meaning he's about to turn himself into a stock. He is about to turn himself into a stock where people can invest in him and he become a trillionaire by next year. That's his goal by the end of 2022. Who does that? You taking your whole self public. $9 billion, he can do whatever he want to. But now we about to sit back and see a creative genius work. Like he said, he don't cherish no money. He said, everywhere I go, my money ain't no good. Everywhere he go, people want to take care of him. Who wouldn't want to live that life? But he battling. I think he on the religious thing too, but he also, in that industry it come with a lot of demonic forces. And I believe Kanye is doing something for generations to come and generations of but past him that's opening up new wave barriers, the freedom of speech. He fearless. He don't care about what he say, how he said. The money then came into fruition. He not worried about no cars, no clothes, no drip. True success. Coming from Chicago. So y'all know how I'm coming. If you didn't watch the Kanye West interview and get inspired to be great, I don't know what else it's gonna take. I really don't know what else to take. He's smoking weed. He hit the weed, because y'all everybody know Kanye don't smoke. He hit the weed with Nori. He named his daughter after Nori, Kanye West and Kim did. He sat up there, got drunk. He came to me. If you look at what he had on, he had the black sunglasses, the black coat, the black gloves. To me, he was showing black empowerment, but he was also giving me assassin. Like he's killing the people that was against him, kind of thing. It to me, I took it more so like spiritual and subliminal. The outfit, like why would you have on all that black like that? Like you look like you about to kill somebody, but actually he killing the game. He killing everybody around him. So that's how I took the black on black, and then I also took the black empowerment. I got Black Panther vibes from him in that black. I got motivation, and he here to sit with the people. $9 billion man sitting on drink champs. He could have been anywhere else, but he came to the platform. He came to the platform that he knew he had an influence on the culture. The younger, drink champs, they deal with a lot of older interviews, but it's like, the older people, but it's like he got that right platform to speak to the masses where it can reach every genre of people. He could have went anywhere and said what he said, or we could have got a different Breakfast Club interview, but he came and gave us that raw, that grit, something that we needed and something that the world needed. He talked about these labels. He talked about these enterprises. He talked about population control. He talked about social media with the frequency, gratitude, and not selling your soul. That's simply what it boiled down to. Everything he did went against the oath. He broke up, gave us a lot of Jews that we weren't even supposed to have known about or even talked about. Let's talk about the loyalty with John Legend and Big Sean. Two people, he changed their whole life. And look what happened. See, this is what I be talking about that go on in real life. Just because they celebrities don't make their lives no different from ours. We go through the same thing. And we in the lower tax bracket. But loyalty is loyalty. And it do hurt you when the people that you love and you put on and change their life and put them in position and they go against the grain. But that's real life. He had to tell that story for the world. And I like how he did the whole Drake thing. It was very canning what he did with the Drake situation.
All I got is this like little bag. That's like my house, and my house changes in size depending on how big my bag is. Like I had this one that was like a laminate size, and once I got the Apple headphones, they wouldn't fit in it, so I had to get a bigger house, which ended up being talk about a mobile home.
He called his backpack his house. He said, I don't have no house. All the money, he said, I travel too much. I do this, I do that. I don't need no house. I don't need no security. Kanye West know that group is either trying to bring harm to him. Because if you noticed in that interview, he kept talking about they ain't killed me yet. I'm surprised why they ain't killed me after I said Bush don't like dead people. I'm telling y'all, after this, they going to try to kill me. He kept saying little stuff about death. Like he know they after him, but he not going to sell out. He going to keep going. And he gone. He said, I'm here to do my mission, and then I'm gone. It's like he felt like, to me, like maybe something was going to happen to him, or if something was to happen to him, I'm going to give y'all the blueprint. I'm going to give y'all, because that most definitely was a blueprint. Man, I don't care what nobody say. If y'all didn't think that was the blueprint, Kanye have gave the people the blueprint. The things we think are important are the most least in things important. I don't think I could express it anymore. I don't think I can express it anymore. So I'm going to just skip a couple parts.
End up being this one, right? And I'm so happy that thugs wear this bag now. So body dysmorphia, overdoing it with the drip and all that. So I'm about, like, Robin Hood really breaking down the class system. That's why I went to the Gap. Like, people say, man, Virgil went to Louis, you went to the Gap. I said, I always wanted to create egalitarian. Yeah, I work for the Gap, so it was meant to be. I always felt like Gap was sort of like Apple of apparel. For me, esteem and clothing is so connected. Your ego connected to the first time my mom bought me some Jordans in 4th grade.
Woo! Can we say gym dropping? Your self-esteem is attached to your clothing. Those are one of the key tools to attracting success or trying to build some kind of what can I put on that? What can I put on that? When you look good, you feel good. And that's just the bottom line. I don't care if you got a work uniform every day. You need to keep that work uniform clean. Keep your t-shirt underneath clean. Keep your hygiene together. Ladies and gentlemen, stay groomed. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. And we live in a materialistic world, in a judgmental world, where people automatically judge you off of what they see. I don't care what nobody say. That's the truth, and that's the goddamn real. A person gonna judge you from off of what they see straight off the rip. You don't even have to open up your mouth. A person know energy. So if you coming out the house disheveled, you look at how anybody want to do business with you, how anybody want to network with you. People can step up and help you regardless of what your lifestyle condition is, but you still have to show consistency with taking care of yourself and keeping up with yourself. Those are the key tools. Health and appearance. Now, we ain't saying everything got to be name brand and none of that. But make sure your clothes is neat, clean, and when you come out the house, you presentable. Because when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, the brain gonna work and make you wanna, your ego and self-esteem gonna rise up and you feel like you could take over the world. Because of the energy off of what you see and what you put out. When you put time into yourself, you put patience into yourself, your energy, even for that day, is going to be set on a different tune. Because you woke up on time and you prepared. You ready for success.
I didn't even know what they was the 4s. I got the 4s in 4th grade. If I always look for like lineups like that. And somebody told my mama, he gonna like this. And then I walked through the school and everybody was looking at my shoes. I didn't even know about it. Right. Then I would go visit my dad out in Tacoma Park, Maryland. And it was this rich kid that had enough Jordans to be able to wear mismatched Jordans like BBD. Right. And he'd have them with the Jabot shorts and with with a polo shirt.
Wow.
Because I'm coming there dressed like Heavy D with the metal with the tip of my shoes and stuff with like rayon shirts and polka dots. And he's like, we don't dress like that no more. We dress like this. I came back to Chicago with the new style, and ever since then, I always been like ahead of niggas. And I always like.
Came back to Chicago and always been ahead. Trendsetter. Trendsetter, man. When you a visionary, you have these, like I said, you have these gifts and abilities that you tapped into when you was a kid. Think about it. Y'all, let's think about it. The most important times in your life was when you was a kid, before you had to pay bills, before you knew about responsibility, or before your addiction kicked in heavy. Wherever your addiction started at is wherever your addiction started at is when I would say true happiness was cut off. Because now you have an addicted mindset, which disconnected you from them childhood energies, the things that made you happy and that was fulfilling before the addicted mindset kicked in. Let's talk about it.
Like that feeling of being ahead, but if you ahead long enough, you need to become the head. You need to become the leader. Right. So I had the wildest conversation. I remember this one time. Lauren gonna be mad at me, but I texted her. I said, I'm
saying Lauren. You talking about Lauren Hill?
Yeah, Lauren Hill. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
There's gonna be a lot of we super name drops.
Getting the graphics ready.
And I was like, I'm the leader, and she was like, you a leader? You're not the leader. Shout out to Lauren Hill.
Now, let's talk about that. Lauren Hill, we know how grounded she is and how spiritual she is. So for him and her to have a conversation, I would have loved to be a fly on the wall in the room for that conversation. I know that conversation was so enlightening, with both of them being creatives and both of them knowing about them spiritual realms and both of them being tied to the demonic energy that comes from the industry. So could you imagine that conversation with him and Lauren Hill, with Lauren Hill telling him, no, you not the leader, but you is a leader. Kanye West has an ego. I mean, I think everybody has a little bit of ego that comes with them, but some people have a little bit more than some. But ego is a very good thing to have when you chasing your dreams and you chasing your goals. You want to have a little bit of ego up in you because that's going to give you that spark to keep that fuse going. You got to have an ego. I am great. I do deserve better. I do deserve to be happy. I do deserve to be financially successful where I can take care of my... You got to have a little ego to keep the passion going with the self-esteem. So when he went to Lauren Hill with that ego, like, oh, I'm the leader, I'm the one, because we know Kanye is very, to me, I think he puts himself in like a second or third person narrative like a god, because all of us are God-like. We all are kings and queens, and we do all have God-given talents and abilities. So when you say self, you do want to honor thyself high as if you was a God, but not in that kind of narrative, because nobody is higher than God. But you want to keep yourself on a high mental, emotional, motivational level to know I am great, I am somebody important. I mean, you do.
The problem is, they say, I was talking to Jay Prince and talking to Elon. We're going to do another drop.
Are you talking about Elon Musk?
Yes.
All right. Continue.
Elon,
this is normal.
Elon Wilson. His cousin.
That's funny as shit.
So I was talking to Jay Prince. What to say and press and what to feel. Like, you don't feel that. If you was in my situation and you riding... No, this is the other thing. Sicko Mode, they would play it at the kids' party. So I'd have to bring my kids to a party with this man threatening my life on a song. Welcome to Calabasas. And then they wonder why you end up, in the hospital. It has to be some type of respect, a male perspective, a God perspective, and some type of community leadership. and I'm the leader. And that's what I told
Lauren Hill.
Yeah, I told Lori, I told everybody. I'm the leader. Let's look at it. Let's open up this Bible. Your grandmother, like, you need Jesus.
Yeah, you need Jesus.
That's what you need. Yeah.
My favorite song, by the way.
Because praise God.
Yeah.
Because all of this that we doing, it ain't adding up to nothing. And now God is pointing at me and said, this man worth $9 billion.
Jesus.
This man, and that's pretty good for a black man. Since I was like, the black. First of all, I said that before. We got to take the black version off of it, because I'm running circles around, all the other. You know what we gonna do?
Guys.
Yeah,
All
you know
of
what?
us.
No, that black.
Woo! Can we say spit real game, spit real game, spit real game? If that ain't the stuff that's in this interview, y'all, that's why I said when y'all get a chance, please go check out the full interview of Kanye West on Drink Champs, because the gems and the knowledge that he was dropping to the masses, everybody don't have the kahunas to pull what he pulled. Man, you gotta have some big kahunas to pull what Kanye West just pulled. Man, everybody ain't doing that. Everybody not doing that. Everybody ain't built for that. That's why I say he's a star seed. Always have been. Visionary. Never break. Never go again. Like, he never. Star seeds never go with the rules. We never go with the agenda. We never look at life. We don't look at life and politics the way the world. We don't look at the world normal like most people do. If you're a visionary, you probably most of the time, a star seed or a chosen one, you probably spent most of your time in your life thinking you was a black sheep of your family and caused yourself to go into addiction and depression. That just come with it, being a visionary. Because you constantly battling with trying to fit in, what they going to think of me. I know I'm not crazy, but you know how you feel. And when you know how you feel, you can't fight how you feel no more, because you have your gifts and your talents. And fear is stopping you from bringing it out. You know you different, but you don't know how to go about embracing your difference. So a lot of people will fall into stagnation and depression and addiction. Let's go.
Black or white, but what we gonna do to the world?
We gotta make some noise for that. Come on,
Yeah.
we gotta. Continue.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, you got me hyped, motherfucker. I'm sorry.
yeah, like, look at Moses.
Moses?
In order for Moses to be Moses, he had the ability to be able to take down anybody else. That's my thing. If I'm a rap on a song, if I'm gonna do a beat, if we talk about money, whatever we talking about, I'm gonna be the Moses of the situation, because that's what God anointed me, that skill set, to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have Drake write a verse. You wouldn't have Virgil do a song for you, but you wouldn't have Drake pick out a purse for.
Okay, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. I just wanted to show y'all snippets because I found it inspiring.
That's why it's so hard. That's why it's so hard for it to be a black billionaire, and it's so hard to get a Post Malone. You know what I mean? Like a white black dude or something. It's very few and far between that somebody can figure it out, because the game and society in America has been made for us to not figure it out. So all these books, when we go to college and we discriminate against each other, because we got this degree, they ain't gonna add up to shit to us getting a job for another white person. And I gotta say that, you know why? Because I was separated from my dad, and I just now understand what happened. My mom was an actress, but she also had a B plan of being an English professor. And she went for a gig and she didn't get it, and she.
And then another thing I wanted to bring up, he called his haircut. I don't know if y'all been seeing Kanye West's haircut lately and the stuff he been doing. In the interview, he said, Nori asked him, like, what's the name of that haircut? Guess what Yeezy called his haircut? He said, I call it the Britney Spears. Now, we all know what the industry has done to Britney Spears. We seen her break down, lose it completely, mental breakdown. The world experienced Britney Spears going through, fighting this demonic energy that I don't think she knew what she was up against. A lot of people who get into the industry, I would say, not up until recently, because a lot of people now is very familiar what these societies are and who these people are and whatnot. But back then, a lot of people, some people really didn't know what was going on. A lot of people just wanted to be famous. Remember when we was kids and stuff, we didn't know all about all this stuff and what's going on behind the scenes. The smoke and mirrors we found out later on down the line. But at some point, all of us had dreams to maybe be on TV, going to sports, broadcasting, artists, musicians, poets, cooks. I mean, it's people who have many different skills that wanted to probably get into the industry and then really recently found out that it's not what it was all cracked up to be. And the more that people get enlightened and go into entrepreneurship and become their own companies and become their own brand where they can truly experience freedom. We seen Michael Jackson go through it, like Kanye said. We seen Prince go through it when Prince wrote on his face, slave. Michael Jackson constantly talked about being a slave. And now we see it all happen in our generation and with our youth. Now it seemed like they getting paid more to sell their soul than it seemed like what they was getting back then, because now these riches and abundance that a lot of these young people have that's in this industry, man, is dangerous. It is, because it's like you go from nothing to something overnight. I mean, you could go viral overnight and your whole life would change. That's a different kind of energy that you got to know how to manage if you never experienced that kind of fame or them kind of riches. And there's a lot of young people that don't know how to handle no money. They don't. They getting killed and going to jail before they can even enjoy their riches, their wealth. And the way the devil is giving it to them now, because let me tell y'all something. The devil is giving out a lot of riches. Just because some people looking good and smiling good and writing good do not always mean those are blessings. The devil give out rewards too when you worship him. Let's keep that in mind. Let's keep that in mind. It's a lot of people getting paid to be demons. I'm going to be honest. So, we almost at the end, y'all.
They definitely and that was the shot. That was the shot. With sub 808s, I don't like nothing where I can't see. It's like, just be straightforward. Right. Whatever it is, I honor that. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, hey, this is how I feel. This is how you feel, and let's talk on that way. Let's not talk through no managers. Let's not talk through no assistants, no bodyguards, nobody using you.
You hit me direct.
Yeah, right?
You hit me direct.
You said, who were you talking to?
I was like, who? He said, formerly known as Kanye. It's that nigga. He still didn't believe it. Listen, formerly known as Kanye. That's him. That's him. All right, cool. Okay. Buster or Missy? They both from Virginia.
And most valuable brand on the planet. Don't hit the horns, don't hit no claps. I'm still in the midst of something.
Okay, go.
So back, but somehow we drifted to
the quickest nigga in fashion. Let's just stick with there.
No, it was something in the train of thought that I wanted to say before I got to the thing about my family.
You was talking about the throwbacks.
Throwbacks, yeah. So I would come back to baseline, and I have like the Astros, all this stuff, and then Jay would be like, where you get that from? I was like, Atlanta.
Hold on, y'all. And also, he said that he looking for Benny Siegel to give Benny Siegel the money, because Benny Siegel, the one who created the name Yeezy back when they was on Rockefeller. He said, actually, Benny Siegel, the one who invented, he said, like Nike, the person who designed the swoosh for Nike, he said, that's what Benny Siegel did for Yeezy. He said, I've been looking for him because I got some money for him. Oh, man, that's beautiful. Ain't that beautiful? Because he could have just ran off on Benny Siegel, forgot all about him. He said, I actually been looking for him for a long time. I got some money for him. He about to bless Benny Siegel, change Benny Siegel whole life around. Look at that financial blessing that's coming Benny Siegel way.
Then I come with another one. He's like, oh, I come with a third one. I said, what, you live in Atlanta, nigga? So, but also, Don C always been my family also.
That's
why.
Hold on, y'all.
How about we start owning some stock or some land? What we own? Braids.
Right.
You can't have braids. what we own, the N-word?
Right.
You can't say nigga.
Right.
But you can't buy your house. You telling somebody what they can't do? The person they own the block can say what the fuck they want to say.
Right.
And we talking about this our block. You don't own the block. And you know how you own the block, first of all? It's not even what you financially doing it. It's the way you taking care of the block.
Mm-hmm.
But that's easy for me to say, right? I had both my parents. I'm amazingly attractive and talented.
Key points. What was I just talking about? Entrepreneurship. Getting into your own brand, owning your own company. We starting our own organizations. If black people come together, I talked about this in one of my previous videos months ago about buying power. Why is that our culture is the only culture that really can't come together and collectively put our ideas and our finances together and stick together like any other race? Jews, Arab, Chinks, everybody stick together except for our culture. Because like Kanye West was right, I agree with him. Our egos get in the way and ruin a lot of bad business deals. It does.
But we are put, like we say, crabs in a barrel. We are in a barrel. We not to put the 40 acres in a mule. And the more and more we look at like the numbers on YouTube, or this, Buster. I don't even gotta watch right now. Pastor gave me a Timex that I wore. I had the one where I had like this
200.
Yeah, I actually bought it that day and I gave it away that day.
Where was that at?
You missed that giveaway. Because, no, it's this pastor.
Right.
And he had no idea what that watch was. Right. When I was taping, I was at a church called Grace Farms that's designed by these architects that I love named Sana out of Japan. Right. This is where I went, boom. So that shit at the bottom of the screen. Boom, 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 boom. So the pastor was talking to me. He said something. He's like, man, do you know why racism? Because he's a white pastor, so he wouldn't just like, Irv Gotti, I love Irv Gotti, bro. This is like, I just can't even just express the amount of love. So I don't even want that to even be taken as like no halfway.
No, we got
slight whatsoever.
It's our family too. It's our family too.
But so he, was it some listening sessions after that? Could Live Nation figure out a listening session? We got to open it next spring.
Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for one part.
You'll say God used people like this. That I could come right here and let y'all know y'all entrapped. You ain't made it nowhere.
Right.
Y'all aiming at the wrong people. I love Drake. Lucien, how you like that one? How you like that one? I love Drake Vivendi. How you like that one? I love Drake Disney. How you like that one? Once y'all collaborate and listen, come get me. What y'all gonna do? Y'all me too me? Y'all come up with some type of scam? Y'all gonna come up with something and try to take me? No, God had me for a reason, because if I was at Nike, you think I'd have been able to wear a red hat? You think I've been able to have an opinion? You think I've been able to show you we can have an opinion? That's all you needed to see. We are not immune from who we influenced by. Right here, I'm here to light it up, then I'm gone. But after an interview like this, I did my job. But if I hadn't come to you and said this and kept it to myself, then God couldn't have used me.
Better say, man, listen. Did y'all take that as motivation or inspirational or what? Everything he talking about is God, 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 God. My people, my people. Do this. God got to use us to do this. My crafts, my gifts. Listen to the conversation. You can't put a price on this interview. You can't put a price on the knowledge and the gems that this brother is dropping for the people, for the culture. This is for the culture. You can't put an age on this. You can't put a race on this. Listen to how much knowledge and how he has changed the frequency of the whole interview. When you put religion into this thing called the industry, that's something you most definitely can't do. Kanye has broke the mold on bringing religion into the industry. Y'all know how they feel about, everything the industry do is mocking Christ. That's why they do a lot of the satanic rituals, a lot of the animal sacrifices, a lot of blood sacrifices. It's all demonic rituals, and it's all in mocking of God. So when you have somebody as powerful and as influential as Kanye West, and he's speaking things that could change people's lives, inspire people, they don't want that. They don't want us to be inspired. That's why they got rid of all the conscious rappers. That's why they got rid of all the powerful people that can change our lives. That's why our new generation, me, people like you, whoever listened to this, we all was put here for a purpose. And we all have to rise. Because some of us have real, true life purposes that we was put here to fulfill and to follow. I have found mine. It took me 10 years to find mine, and I have found it. I no longer question what I'm supposed to be doing. And on the next video, I'm going to go into detail and tell y'all about my situation and how I was able to get to this point where I'm at now and what happened to me. And on my journey for 10 years, what I have discovered. I discovered so many gems. I discovered so much about where I came from, my heritage, my ancestors. It's a lot. I found out about religion. It's a lot I found out about politics, and I found and discovered a lot about breaking the mold, breaking the universal holds. It's gonna take it'll take anybody some time, but it's all about what you want out of this thing called life. Is you trying to leave a legend, something legendary behind? Is you just here existing just to be existing? Because none of us was created just to be existing. We all have a purpose, and we all have gifts and talents that we have to tap into, because these things will change your life. It don't matter about if you don't have an education. It don't matter about if you grew up in poverty. We all have gems and gifts. If we tap into the unknown and get down to the underbelly of who we really are and what our purpose is in life, you will have a better outcome. On the other side of that door is nothing but opportunities. Only thing that's stopping us from getting there is you. You the only person holding yourself back. We is in America. If you really look at life and be thankful for just breathing, having food in your refrigerator, having a roof over your head, whether if you stay with somebody or not, got your own, you're not in the cold, you're not in the slums, you're not poor, you're not homeless. These are the things that we have to show gratitude for. We have to help people. We have to help people and try to save people and change people's lives. That's what we are here for as an existence. And we have to do it as a collective, because if we do it as a collective, a lot of these worldwide issues would be broken. If a lot of people come together and get into their real true power, we do have the power to change the world, or you could be part of history if you tap into your creative thoughts. It could be an idea, it could be a creation. Today, think about what it is that you truly, truly want in life. We approaching a new year. We got the vaccine mandate that's approaching. It's a lot of people getting hit with deadlines, people walking off their jobs. I mean, this is a worldwide thing that we're going through, and the winter not even here yet. And we about to enter another dimension of the 20th century. So, and this for the rest of the year, starting today, come up with a game plan on your true purpose and who you really are. Write down a list of pros and cons. What are you good at? What are you not good at? Start small and start digging into your true self and true purpose, because I think we all had that pot of gold, and we all just waiting to unlock and unleash the abundance that's waiting for us on the other side if we choose to live right. Choose to have humanity. Choose to stand on something. Don't let people and demonic energy, the media, and the things that you consume into your mental space completely take over your future, because we don't have no time to be wasting. Time, everything now is up. Everything now is up. So with this mandate, either you're going to be forced to leave your job or you're going to be forced to get into your entrepreneur bag. It's been happening all pandemic. All that sitting back, just chilling because it's the pandemic. We on a different type of time now. It's time to really get things going, because we all don't know what the outcome could be after this, after 2022. We don't know what is ahead of us. But what we do have control of is the now. You have control starting right now to get up, be productive, come up with a game plan to take over the world. Christmas right around the corner. We approaching January 1st, less than 90 days. We will be into a whole nother new year. Do you want your 2021 to continue going the way that it's going? Or do you want to network, get up and be part of something, or invent, or be a creator of some sort? It don't cost no money to be great. And that's what I need the world and the masses. That's what I talk about. It don't cost to be great. Everything in life is already around us. We rich. We rich mentally. Everything we want is accessible at our fingertips. Money is just a tool. Money is paper. Money is energy. So if you live a life of just doing right, going to work, doing whatever you got to do, take care of your kids and pay your bills, but you stay consistency and keep tweaking. Keep tweaking yourself. Take small things about yourself. Change the way you eat. Stop smoking a cigarette. Go cut down 2 cigarettes a day. Cut down on that weed. Don't drink every day. Try to drink on weekend. Start tweaking. Start tweaking your machine so you can see the rewards. This thing called life is beautiful. I'm here to give y'all my testimony. I'm putting it all on the line, because I have been through all of these and I have overcame it. And I'm still overcoming things. But guess what? You only fail when you stop trying. Just because you failed yesterday and you failed today, that's okay. That's okay. You still got time to start over, long as you don't give up. Shout out to the pipeline. Thank y'all for coming in here. Feel free to email me, pipelinenews2020@gmail.com. Hey, Miss Cora. I love y'all too. Thank you. Yes, justice for Boog. We love Boog. Man, this is big. This is big for the Midwest. Shout out to the Midwest, man. Y'all know how we coming. Kanye West did the epic generational, man, he just broke generational curses. All of this stuff was the blueprint for our future. Shout out to the Midwest. We had a great weekend. It was a lot of good energy that came up from our side, on our side of the world. And most great people, not all, but a lot of y'all star seeds and some of y'all favorite celebrities and actors has came from the Midwest. So shout out to the Midwest. I see y'all on the next one. Hit the like button and do me a favor. Hit the subscribe notification on your way out of here. So when I drop, you'll be the first one to get it. Until next time, y'all.